The Let's Play curse. Whenever you're doing a video game and you know people are going to be watching, you do worse than you normally would. For me, the Let's Play curse seems to be more along the lines of if something can go wrong during recording, it will. So far, this is my 4th time doing this section of the game. Let me see what happened. Well, the first time, the footage didn't record correctly, and I had to switch from, or I had to spend some time looking for a new editing program. Let's see, the second time, I forgot to hit the button to actually record. So all of the time I spent commenting and what I thought was recording never saved, because the recorder never turned on. The third time was issues with the audio drivers, which made it so there was no sound, including the microphone. Well, actually no. The sound from the game was there, the sound from my microphone was not. So this would make the 4th time. Yay! So, let me just admit it now, that whole build-up montage sequence is a bit of a lie. The intention behind it originally was to show that, that I redid everything to get back to where I was before, because I had to start over. However, because having to replay that area repeatedly, because I saved the game and then realized that my recording didn't work, means I had to redo that whole section multiple times to get to this. Honestly, save states are wonderful things. Even if you don't plan on cheating the game, which I'm not going to, they make really useful backup. So, to summarize what we need to do, as a reminder, since it's been a while since my last videos, we are going to take the metro line, or subway basically, to the Scilabs, which is located in the government complex, to pick up the stuff that Lance's father made for us. However, the train isn't working, and it's because of something on the net. So we have to go check it out. Now here at the shop, there's a lot of stuff that we can buy. I'm going to advise you now, don't buy chips from this guy. The reason for that being that near the end of the game, you're going to be required to buy, to be at a specific level. Well, as you can tell by now, you don't level up traditionally in this game. No, by level, well, let me show you. Isn't live commentary so much easier? Anyways, up there where it says level 6, that went up because MegaMan's HP went up, which happens because of the HP memories, and it also went up because of the power-up we bought, which can go into one of these 3 slots. Attack power here will increase the amount of attack power each buster shot does. Rapid changes how quickly you can shoot. Charge will, once you level it up, which I'm going to do, in my opinion it's one of the most useful, charge will allow you to start charging the Mega Buster, and further upgrades will change how quickly it charges. A low-level charge will upgrade multiply your Buster damage by 8. A fully powered charge will multiply it. Okay, that was stupid of me. A fully powered charge will multiply it by 16. Further upgrades will reduce the amount of time it takes to reach those charges. Honestly, it's probably going to be a lot better to charge your shots rather than just shoot quickly, because very soon you'll be able to charge up your gun and deal more damage in one big shot than you would have been able to do with the multiple smaller shots that you would have done in that amount of time. Even so, your Mega Buster is still going to be playing second fiddle to the chips that you've obtained. As you can tell right now, obviously you can tell by now, I'm not skipping the battles anymore. One of my failed recordings kinda showed me that trying to edit out the battles while providing live commentary is very difficult, because it's hard to keep your train of thought going after getting interrupted so many times, and I end up repeating myself constantly. If there's a battle where I don't have anything to say during that time, I'll cut it out, and if we are retracing our steps through an area that we've been through a lot and there's nothing in that particular area for us, then I will skip or just cut straight to the end of the area. Like for example, once we get the thing we need from Dex, then I'll just skip past all of the first area. Anyways, what I came in here for is I wanted to show you, Mail is right here behind her ladder, almost like she's hiding. This is an elementary school kid. The developers felt the need to add that to the game. No idea why, they just did. Anyways, Mail's computer is hidden in her piano. Why a piano needs constant internet connection, I have no idea. So we need to run up here and get the item datas from the end of the area. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you can't actually pick it up from the net. You have to come to her house to pick them up, because this one here has the item we want, and yeah, I might as well just finish this. Yeah, this is probably the only useful throwing item you will ever find. Why? Observe. Bang. So much easier. Otherwise you have to dart up and down, constantly shooting, praying that you hit the guy. And the Mega Buster is the only thing fast enough to reliably hit him. Really irritating. Anyways, this item here is what allows you to access this item, or not this item, this computer from the net. Yeah. Since I got my headphones, the headset, well, same difference really, but my headset has a microphone in it, obviously, and so I decided that since I don't have to do an ungodly amount of editing for each video I do on this, because those pictures that I was putting up, apparently there aren't pictures online of each different type of virus, which I kind of thought that there would be somewhere. So, and even then I had to sit there and edit it, the edges of the picture, and oh my god, it was so much. I'm not gonna complain it was so much work, but It just didn't seem like there's much of a reason to it. So this time, you know, I'll just do it this way. It's a little bit less work, and if we find a new enemy, I can just mention the best way to fight it and what it does and stuff in person. Well, you know, just live commentary. Yeah, throwing weapons still suck. I mean, there's only one game where they're useful other than just very situational occasions. And that one, they're only useful because it's a side-scroller. And even worse is the game doesn't explain how useful they are, and you're probably going to not use them just out of habit. But yeah, we're fighting Gutsman right now, and if you can't tell by now, and to be honest, other than damage output, he is no more difficult than he was the first time. You should not have any trouble with this fight, especially once he starts cracking tiles, which right now nothing he does can reach me. I'm completely safe, and you just wait for him to get in the way of a shot, I guess. He has more health. That's pretty much it. Just the numbers method of difficulty here. If he's any faster than he was before, I haven't noticed. That's it. Very easy. But after beating him, we get the Gutsman chip. Well, okay, we get it now. Yeah, not much of a spoiler if it's only, what, 30 seconds? But anyways, Gutsman chip is really situationally useful, I guess? No. Yeah, it's free damage, but not really not really anything overly exciting. I mean, 40 damage, just a drop in the bucket compared to what we're gonna have to deal with later on in the game. It's mainly used for dealing with enemies that move around a lot. I mean, it's the damage it does. Well, most enemies aren't going to be able to dodge it, but it's so little damage. It's just the ground effects that's really useful. So anyways, like I promised, I'll cut to when I get to the end of this area. See you then. And we're back. So nothing of interest happened there, except I picked up an HP memory from the item shop, using the money that we got from Dex for beating him. So in order to get to the next part of the net, we need the link that Dex gave us. Why we needed permission from a kid to access a crucial part of the internet is beyond me. Who in the world gives that much authority to a kid? Anyways, there's a fork in a road here, and the lower right will be leads, I believe, to the next area, which we don't need to go to. I don't think we can go to yet. And a merchant selling armor. We're going to wait up on the armor, partially because, as you can see, I am pretty near broke, and because we really shouldn't need it quite yet. The upcoming boss doesn't have much for, it's not an elemental enemy yet. So yeah, these guys are swordy viruses. They use swords, if you can't tell from looking at them. When you are far away like this, they will use a fighter sword type attack. No, hits in 3 panels in front. If you are up close and they will, or directly. Why didn't I pick a chip? What was I thinking? Anyways, when you are directly in front of them, they will use a wide sword instead. You can either keep your distance or get in really close and dodge by backing up. If you choose to keep your distance, they will use steel chips themselves to try and close the gap. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm heading the right way. I might be wrong. But, that's a major issue I have with this particular game. That the net areas all look the exact same. Even when you finish the game and you're in the post-game content, you're not going to be able to tell you're anywhere special until you walk through a door and suddenly the enemies are just curb stomping you. Unless you have an amazing folder by then. You might. Yeah, once you figure out how the code system works and you get far enough that you can have a good selection of chips to pick from in different codes, you can make some amazing folders. You know, I'm talking killing bosses in under a second. Until then, yeah, you're probably gonna be using an alphabet soup folder. These guys are, they're like Fireman was, except the only thing they can do is that homing flame attack. Just stay at one corner when they start shooting, and then move all the way up, or to the other corner, well, or down, and you should be able to get away. And I'm still not sure where I'm heading. These guys are pretty useful, mainly because they can give you the longsword chips, and they are the third piece you need to the life sword program advance. So far, the only one I think that we've seen is the Z-cannon one, which is basically a bunch of cannons and invisibility on top of each other. But the life sword is probably one of the most useful ones. It's a huge damage dealing attack that will hit a huge section of the field. You use one steel chip and nothing can dodge it. It's guaranteed damage and fairly easy to put together. Sword, wide sword, and long sword. And now, just the dumbest boss design in almost the entire series. I mean, it speaks in gibberish, but MegaMan can still obviously understand it, which then, why would the developers make it speak in gibberish? It's blocking a train with a virtual boulder, which I don't know how that's supposed to work. No, they're tracks. You go forward, you go back. I'm pretty sure the tracks do the steering for you almost. This isn't even the train's computer, it's the internet in general. How does that work? Anyways, this guy is a pain in the butt to fight. He has a huge amount of health, but he doesn't move. The only threat is these rocks that he'll drop, which you can dodge very easily. The only trouble that you should have with him would be from the second half of the battle, where he starts making little pillars out of his arms that appear in front of you and shoot lasers. But by then, I'm pretty sure he changes his entire plan to only using those, which is still no real difficulty. My guess is they gave you a boss with... Okay, that was... I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, and I have the D-pad mapped to my, to the control stick. Ah, crap. So, that little tiny bit of... No, that little moment between moving the stick and it registering as a button made me, made the rock hit me. Yeah, I'll stick with that. 'Cause it's kinda stupid, I just get done saying you shouldn't get hit by anything and instantly get hit. So, yeah. Wasn't my fault. Nope. It was the controller. But anyways, like I was trying to say, my guess... You've gotta be kidding, that thing was gone. Anyways, like I said, this guy... It's not like he has higher defense. I don't think the game actually can compensate for that. Or, you know, give it a defense rating to block individual points of damage. So, my guess is it... Oh, well, you know, he does still do things. Huh. Anyways, my guess is that they gave him a whole bunch of health at such an early point in the game where you're only gonna have weak, low-level weapons in alphabet soup codes, was to try to simulate having high defense, because you're not going to be able to do very much to them. But to be honest, that's not very fun. And no, I just got hit by that one because I was far enough along I didn't care about getting hit anymore. Just, you sit in one spot, you shoot everything you've got, and you dodge occasionally. And like I said, why this works to move a train, I don't know. It makes no sense. But we've got it out of the way, and now the train should be moving again. So now, let's try to actually get somewhere. We're heading to the government complex building. And voila, we're here. Nothing really interesting yet. Well, honestly, the only interesting thing to have to go through would be this lunch kiosk. The person running the stand is a net battler. Other than that, new place? Yay! Well, it feels like we're making progress. So yeah, we finished up to a boss, so I'm going to cut the recording here, and next time, let's actually go inside and pick up that thing we need. Or the power-up. Which, considering we already bought one, doesn't really seem all that special anymore. But, hey, it's a upgrade. Somewhat. It's free, okay? Well, anyways, I'll see you when I actually get to do that part. And let's save, just so that we know we're not gonna have to do that again. And then hopefully everything works this time, because I really don't want to do this a 5th time. 4 times already was painful enough. Yes, hopefully I'll be in a better mood for the next video. I'm sorry if this was just kind of going through the motions, but really 4 times. Yeah, see you next time.